as we're getting ready to kick things off here. And we're underway as that first ball sails well out. That's going to be a throw-in for Masters. And it looks like we are going to have our special guest here. We're going to get him situated here in a moment. And joining me here today is the mayor of the city of Windsor, Mr. Drew Dilkins. First of all, welcome and thanks for being here today.
What a great day. Oh, I'm cutting out here a little bit.
Let's check your wires here. You got me?
There we go.
I hear you.
Well, no, I can't hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I'll just keep talking then.
Okay.
It's no big deal for me to hear myself. I get tired of it, but what a great day out here. You know, the stands are full. It certainly speaks to the soccer community that we have here. I can't believe how fast soccer has grown in Windsor, Essex, and how people are supporting it. And you can just tell today with this championship match, people are out here saying, we love soccer in Windsor, Essex.
And it's been just a tremendous year for soccer in 2026. I know the city of Windsor had a lot of events in the downtown for the World Cup, closing down Olet and having the big screens put up. Canada had a tremendous outing. As this ball passes the boundary line, it's going to be a throw-in for Masters. How did that come about? That just seemed to be so successful this year, this summer.
Yeah, the World Cup certainly helped elevate the profile that soccer has around the world. And being able to be one of the host countries certainly had a lot of young people saying, hey, this is interesting, and they loved being part of the excitement. They loved watching their favorite sports stars. And frankly, so many of them had a chance to go to Toronto and elsewhere to see it in action. It just brings it to a whole new level. And so when we have great facilities, like this one here is a great facility, the work we're doing out of McHugh, working with great partners like Vancho and others in the community who want to see great things happen in the soccer world. You know, we want great facilities so that the people who live here can train, can become world-class athletes. That's what it's all about. We've done it with our arena, we've done it with our swimming facility, and I would say, with first turf field that we opened just a few months ago, it's a sign that we want to do more on the soccer side as well.
And you mentioned it, I wanted to talk to you about him. He's standing right here, Vancho Sarofsky, just with this organization, the owner and president of Windsor City FC, all the way from this high level of soccer, all the way down to youth soccer. It's just tremendous to have a man like this in the city, just supporting youth soccer all the way up to a great league like this.
Well, Vancho may or may not have been a good soccer player back in his day. He probably is still great. I haven't seen him play for a while, but every community, every sport needs champions who will actually push for it. Create some great action here. I'll stop talking so you can commentate.
So a big foul against Winter Winnant. So they're going to have an excellent position here on the free kick as you see Jefferson Bastiacali setting up for this one. Bastiacali without a goal this year, but we know he does have that strong leg. You can see the big fellas getting in there. That's Abdel Koulibaly, second in the league with 16 goals. That's number 11. And also Kieran O'Connor. O'Connor has 16 goals this year. So O'Connor is second in the league and Koulibaly tied for third. So a big free kick here opportunity in the 4th minute. Windsor City walks out, a little dribbler towards the box, a little kick towards, just misses far side past the goalie. That's going to be a goal kick. So a Massey Mustangs graduate. Did you play some soccer growing up? Some youth soccer? How was your game?
I never did play soccer, but both of my kids did. They actually played for Caboto Club. One of them played for Caboto, one played for Chicharo. And you know what? They both had great experiences in the soccer sport, and as you playing youth soccer together. And we had a lot of fun sitting on the sideline watching when all the kids, when they're little, they all chase the ball wherever it's going, and you see them develop their skills and their expertise, and it's just great to see. And then you get to a level like this, where we have people who undoubtedly would be professional soccer players with the right facilities, with the right infrastructure here, and that's really what we're aiming for in Windsor, Essex.
And we've talked to Vancho. We have a number of these players that are being looked at by the Canadian Professional League as well, so definitely on their way up. This is a high level, but there's so many more higher levels that some of these players aspire to and have the talent to play in. It's just great to see.
And we want to help them reach for the top. We want to help them get there, and it's inspiring for all those young people watching folks like this and seeing the talent in action. They want to be part of that. This brings an energy to a community. And I always say, never underestimate the power of sport to bring people together. Today's a great example where you got the stands loaded with people who are all cheering, all really excited to be out here on this beautiful day.
And here's a great facility. On the far side. That's Soufan on the right side. Pass towards the middle. Shot on the far side. Still in the box. Kieran O'Connor gets bumped. and Masters FA able to clear it away. And you talked about all these youngsters, and you know there's going to be a youngster or two in this crowd that's going to be playing for these Rose City Reds in the future.
I want to play. When I saw that action, I wanted to jump out on the field and be at a certain spot to kick the ball in. This is great. This is a lot of fun, a lot of excitement, and thanks to everyone who helped make this possible.
Yeah, and it's just a tremendous thing. I want to thank you for being here today. I appreciate you coming in, doing the ceremonial coin toss. Hope you can stick around and watch a championship run here today.
You bet. Can't wait to see Windsor win.
All right, thank you for coming in. Mayor Drew Dilkins, I'm going to get you to stick around for a picture for us here. Vancho, I don't know if I can get you. I mean, we're still on the air. Let's see. All right. Thank you. All right, so I got the mayor, I got Vancho Sorosky, and then let's continue to watch these Rose City Reds get promoted here today.
Have a great day.
All right, take care. All right, we're back, everyone. Thank you to Mayor Drew Dilkins. 12 years he's been the mayor of Windsor, going for another term, but his fourth term, if successful in the fall. We're in the 6th minute of the play. Windsor City just had their first opportunity there. And this is going to be a throw-in deep in Windsor territory. So Masters FA getting their first chance. That's Ian Gutierrez, number 23, getting ready for the throw. Your keeper, Dennis Cuevas, for Windsor City. That's going right to the keeper. A little bump. Free ball towards the goal. Kicked away by Windsor City. A high ball. Windsor's going to be able to clear this one. That's the Gloria Jr. Just sends it out towards the parking lot. Never got a chance to get to the starting lineup. So Cuevas is your keeper. 8 shutouts on the year. Mateo Nepsi, Kamante, Basiakali, Koulibaly, Kieran O'Connor. We mentioned him. 16 goals on the year. Carlos de Gloria Jr. out of my hometown of Leamington. The captain, Otavio Liberti. Go along with Winner Winnant, Omar, and Omar Soufan rounds up the starting 11 for Windsor City. As Windsor City looks to break out, we got a little bit of a run on the far side. This is Soufan. Soufan's got a lot of space. Calling for the ball was O'Connor. Soufan couldn't quite get it to him. Soufan cuts across, left ball towards the middle. Windsor City sends this. Now it's back towards the box. Just a left boot, but Windsor City's still all over them. And they're just going to clear this ball away. And that's going to be a throw-in for the Reds. Getting ready for the throw-in in the box. The 11-4 Masters FA. Namaski in the all-green is your keeper today as Masters steals away the throw. Windsor City still tries to control right on the boundary line, but Masters FA controls. Nice little step around. That's number 8, Osman Hussein. 3 goals for Hussein this year. There's Winant. Tries to push it far side, intercepted. Player goes down pretty easily. They play on. Soufan's in the box. Through the legs of the keeper. The keeper's able to keep in front of him. Namaski with a beautiful save. Soufan was all alone with the keeper, unable to push one through. The rest of their starting 11, DeAndre Branch, Jay Avila, Hussein, and Abu Bakar Hussein we talked about. Terrell Stout is their captain wearing the armband. Alvarado, Marlon Ray, Justin Robertson, Ian Gutierrez, and Daniel Avila, who has 5 goals for Masters FA. We're in the 9th minute here at Acumen Stadium. It's a throw-in on the far side in front of the Windsor bench. Windsor again, head coach Gabriel Paulino in his 2nd year doing a tremendous job, but also with the assistance of some excellent coaching staff. Chris Wire, Bosco Popovic, and Matthew Wilson round out the coaching staff, getting this team, Windsor City FC, within a win or a draw from being promoted as Windsor City has a player down. As they blow this one dead. I can't tell if that's Basiakali. It might be Jefferson Basiakali, number 7 on the turf. Couldn't quite catch the number as he's getting slow back up to his feet. But just looking at the other numbers on the pitch, it looks like that's who it is. And yep, there's your number 7. So no foul on the play, but Basiakali went down hard. Throw in on the far side. Masters FA controls. Masters Football Academy is the FA. They just played against on Wednesday and lost 3-2 in the OPL Cup. They lost to Woodbridge, giving up a goal in the 78th minute. to drop the OPL Cup. Windsor City, unfortunately, lost their first match of the OPL Cup way back at the beginning of the season, back in April. So a little bit more rested is the Rose City Reds here, having not played in 8 days. So we'll see if that's a factor here in today's match. A little give and go action, kept in by Windsor City. Nice little play there. That was Liberty. We're in the captain's armband, and Windsor City's going to control. A little pressure. Windsor City elects to go back. That's Kamate. Kamate pushes it across to the middle. Nepshi. Nepshi far side. Steps around one player. Windsor City's got a bit of a run. Player breaks an ankle. Kieran O'Connor now with possession. Oh, he tried to hit Basiakali storming in up the middle, unable to connect on the pass. There's a foul. They're going to play on, though, with the advantage. The whistle does go for the foul. And Masters FA will have the free kick. So again, I want to thank Voncho Sorowskis for bringing up the mayor here today. Did the ceremonial coin toss before this one started, and just a tremendous crowd here today at Acumen Stadium for this pretty much winner-take-all match. Windsor with 42 points, Masters FA with 40. So Masters FA needs the 3 points, but here comes Koulibaly. Koulibaly's been a little quiet in the second half of 2026. He got off to such a tremendous start at the beginning of this season, led the league in goals for quite a while. But now Buckley from the Borough leads with 20, O'Connor with 16. There's a left boot towards the goal. That's handled easily by the keeper in the double green. That's Namoski. Masters FA, coached by Ivan Galarza, assisted by Justin Groves. Devin Porter's the goalkeeper coach, and Matthew Groves. Here comes, oh, he's pulled down from behind. That's going to be a foul call. They're going to reach for the pocket. A yellow card. I saw the player. I just haven't gotten a jersey number yet on the yellow. We'll listen for official word from Aaron Sanders if we can't catch the number. Look like the offending player hasn't turned around towards me yet. Up in the vantage point. Looked like it might have been number 3, but we'll get official word. That'd be DeAndre Branch, but we'll get the official word shortly. So an excellent position here for Windsor City with this free kick. Referee paces the 10 yards off, just past 30 yards from the goal. So it's Alvarado. This one heads towards the goal, headed once, and kicked away. So it's Jason Alvarado with the yellow in the 15th. So that's something we'll keep an eye on with Alvarado. Alvarado has a goal this year. There's a throw in near side right in front of us from the Knockstrom TV broadcast position here. Keeps it right around the sideline, but Masters FA is able to intercept, but Windsor City takes it right back. This one gets booted far side, 14th minute here. 23 degrees at kickoff time, feels like about 25. A little gusty at times. Stolen by Winnant. Winnant looking for space, and then gets surrounded by 3 pink jerseys and gets rid of it. He's got Liberty on the near side. And Windsor City looks like they're going to regroup. Winnant playing that middle. Just looking for places to go. Find someone in the shade on the far side beneath the scoreboard. Windsor City kind of winning the control game right now. Definitely winning the ball control game. They've had the one opportunity. Sufan got an excellent opportunity. You can just see that ball dying in the wind. And there's Nepshi. A little step around from Winnant. Oh, they tried to send in Koulibaly. They got to run in. Here comes Masters FA. And this ball gets booted away And now near side, Windsor City controls. That's Koulibaly. Koulibaly has 2 pink jerseys around him. Gets rid of it to Bassiacali. Kamate gets surrounded, and there's plenty of space on the far side. So a nice little escape from Windsor City there. Got a little run now on the far side. They drop it back to Winner Winnant. Now near side, Koulibaly one-on-one. Tries to go left around the defender, and unable to do so. That's number 8. Osman Hussein gets rid of it, but Windsor City takes over. That's Nepshi. Everyone at a standstill now. These teams still feeling them out as we're a quarter hour into this match. 0-0. Again, Masters FA is the team that needs to score. A win or a draw promotes Windsor City. This one's pushed back to Liberty. Liberty, nice job keeping his man on steps around another defender. A nice individual effort there by Liberty. And again, Windsor City just ball control all match long so far. Again, my name's Dan Dominguez. Thanks for joining us here. Championship Sunday. And I thank Leuna 625, the official broadcast partner of Windsor City FC. If it wasn't for them, it would help us do this broadcast, as well as Canadian Tire, another proud sponsor of Windsor City FC. As Nepshi pushes the ball far side, and this one gets booted up. You can see that wind kind of take that one and sail it away. And Masters FA, as there's a player slowly getting back up to his feet from Masters FA. And now the keeper, he's going to have to come well out of his net. And Cuevas plays it. Kamate now. Near side to the captain, Liberty. Also want to thank Artificial Turf Unlimited, Golf Greens and Landscape. Another one of the Windsor City FC sponsors for 2026. Again, Windsor City kind of being methodical here, keeping that ball control, trying to find a lane. A little bit of a gusty wind coming pretty much out of the west, so those cross passes are a little bit tougher. This ball's into the bench. Which way are they pointing? And looks like that's going to go in the way for Windsor City. And the last sponsor we want to get to right now is WindsorBusinessHub.com. Join Windsor's fastest growing business network, and they'll help you grow your business in the Windsor community. That's WindsorBusinessHub.com. Back underway here. Lots of jersey grabbing there, and then the referee, that's going to go the other way. Wow. Looked like Masters kind of grabbed the jersey, but Windsor City gets called for the foul. They play on quickly. Here comes Masters FA. That's Hussein. Nice slide tackle from the Reds, and they steal that one. Little pass near side. That's O'Connor looking for some space. He's one-on-one. He's got Hussein with him. Here comes Bassiacali, sends it over the Winnant. Winnant sends it far side. A little chip towards the middle, towards Soufan. Bassiacali had trouble controlling that one. Same with Winnant, almost falls. So Windsor City's, look at Winnant, get through 2 pink jerseys. A little give and go. Pass to the middle, Soufan was there, but just couldn't control, and the keeper's going to pick that one up. Another nice pressure play by Windsor City FC. They've been all over Masters FA, just unable to put one past the keeper thus far. Masters FA crosses midfield. That's Osman Hussein on the far, passes it far side. Return pass to Hussein. He's got 2 red jerseys watching. You can see Gabe Paulino in the background shouting out instructions for his defense. A little centering pass. They push it back outside, right in front of the Windsor City bench. Soufan defends. They got a little bit of space now just outside the box, but number 5, that's Mustafa Kamate doing a great job out of the Ivory Coast, 21-year-old, able to clear out any pressure. That's going to be a throw-in for Masters FA on the far side. Referee just talking to a couple of the players who got together. No yellow cards being issued there. Only the one back in the 15th minute, Jason Alvarado with the hard tackle. The only yellow card so far in this match.
So what happened? Everything is good?
No bueno.
What happened?
We have our upstream.
There's a throw-in.
Stream link, right? But it's,
That's O'Keefe. O'Keefe in the corner with Nepshi watching. Running out of space. That one gets deflected. That one's sent towards the goal. They got a man open, headed towards, just punched away by the keeper, and he's able to grab it. So Masters FA with the first opportunity to score here for the visitors. And this one remains 0-0. We've now played 20 minutes. Still a long way to go in this one. Keeper chips it towards midfield. Sent near side. Windsor City's trying to chase this one down. And that one's deflected away. Masters FA comes away with it. That's a nice steal by Windsor City. And now Liberty controls. And Windsor City's going to regroup. So Masters FA putting on their first pressure of this match. Got a shot towards the goal, unsuccessful. Both teams have had pretty much one scoring opportunity each, as we see a lot of youth here today cheering on these Reds from the Rose City, looking for their quest for promotion here in 2026. Trying to join the Premier League of the Ontario Premier League Soccer. Windsor City trying to become champions of League 2. This one's sent into Suffon. The defender slips, and they got to run. Suffon's all by himself in the corner. Centering ball deflected. Nice recovery by the Masters FA defender. Suffon needed to get that ball up a little bit. He had Koulibaly hanging out in the middle, but unable to get it up and over the defender. That's going to result in the first corner of the match. And that's Liberty heading over to take the first corner. This is where you see a guy like Jefferson Bossiacali, number 7, with that so much length, as well as Koulibaly be such a important player in there. You even see DeGloria kind of getting in. There's a nice high ball. That just sails over everyone. That wind, you can see, just kind of sail it. On the corner kick, it was at the back of Liberty, and it's just tougher to control when those gusts come. There's a deep throw in. That's going to deflect off the Windsor City player, and that's going to be a throw in for the visitors. Masters FA taking a little time to get that throw in. Hussein chips it up. Nice little slide they play on. And Windsor City takes control. And this time they're going to go all the way back to the keeper. Cuevas pushes it far side to Nepshi, and we're getting a little bit of a wind gust now as the cloud covers a little bit here in Windsor. Into Suffon. Suffon tries a back pass and a little bit behind Bossiacali, so smartly they just regroup back to the keeper, Cuevas. Goes for a hard middle pass to Koulibaly. Koulibaly battles the smaller defender, but the defender is able to come away. That was Alvarado, and there's a foul as the Masters FA player goes down hard. Nepshi called with the foul, no card. Looks like Masters FA is pleading for a yellow. Now it looks like number 10, that's Daniel Avila, 5 goals on the year, is back up on his feet and okay. Now the referee having a little discussion with some of the players here. Referee Aldekar is your head official here today for this championship. Again, Windsor City needs a win or a draw here in match number 22 of the season. They sit with 42 points, Masters FA with 40. The number 1 seed will be promoted to the Ontario Premier League, the Premier Division. Second place will still have an opportunity to get promoted. They'll just have to go through Sudbury, it looks like, to move up to League 1. Here's a free kick towards the box, headed towards the keeper. Just wide, there's another Windsor player down. I didn't see how he got knocked down, but he looks like he's going to be okay. That was Bossiacali. We'll see how this wind affects the players, because it's really kind of coming across the stadium now here. Chip towards the middle, but stolen by Masters FA, but again, taken right back by Bossiacali. And he chips it outside, but that's going to be intercepted by the Masters player. Steps up from the defense, steps around. That's Gutierrez. Gutierrez has a run. This is chipped towards the middle. Missed by one defender, hit towards the goal, just over the bar. Cuevas didn't get a mid on it, but the Masters FA player had a nice shot at it. That looked like Gutierrez, and just sailed it up and over the bar here in the 25th minute, and we play on 0-0. A little low pass, but that's quickly intercepted. Again, Windsor City not connecting as well in their passes as they normally do, but again, playing a really strong team. The top two teams in Ontario Premier League 2 soccer here today. And we're seeing a high level of defense here. Windsor City in 21 games only given up 23 goals. And only a goal a game. 21 goals in 21 games for Masters FA. So my pre-game prediction was Windsor City 2-1, so predicted a low-scoring match, and so far it has been just that. Soufan goes for the interception, kind of comes away. Pushed off the ball was Omer. And that's going to be a throw-in, but that's going to belong to Windsor City, or excuse me, to Masters FA. And it's great to see these crowds all the way from side to side here at Acumen Stadium filling up these seats. A really big crowd here today in Windsor for this Championship Sunday. So a free kick from Windsor City, 27th minute. That's Nepshi. Kind of scoping things out, seeing where he wants to go. Elects just to go back to Kamate. Being chased and pressured. Liberty has two defenders on him, and they take the ball away from him. So nice pressure by Masters FA. That was number 19. Justin Robertson with the pressure. This is going to be a throw in near side. Liberty controls. He's got a couple of defenders with him. Kamate. He's got Nepshi to his left. But elects to go to win it. High ball up. That ball just sails. Again, that wind going from left to right if you're on the Windsor City side. Kind of blows that ball past the boundary, and a throw-in for Masters FA. Had about a 30-minute delay in this one. Masters FA really, they didn't show up on the bus till about 2:45 here today. Coming from Scarborough, here's a chance for the keeper's gonna have to come off his line, and he handles it. That was Avila coming in for Masters FA, as Nepshi had to come well off his line to smother that one. So a lot of pressures from Masters FA, and Windsor City unable to get anything up over the top here. Tough to connect on some of those passes with the wind here, the gusts. There's a chip in, Soufan up the middle, the keeper well out of the box. But here comes Omer. Omer just a pass just behind the Windsor City Winnant. He passed it behind him, and here comes Avila. Avila pushes it outside. I think that's Robertson. Robertson trying to get around the edge, centering ball towards the net, far side, just to the far of the wide post. And Masters FA, the last 10 minutes, seem to be controlling the play here. So Windsor City is going to have to regroup here. 0-0, we're in the 29th minute. Again, a win or a draw is what Windsor City's looking for. But you can't just sit back for an hour plus hoping for a 0-0 tie. They're going to have to try and get one on the board here. And here comes Kieran O'Connor. A long ball connects. O'Connor looking for space. 16 goals on the year. Also one of the assist leaders. O'Connor looking for space. He's got Winnant near him. Inside to Soufan. Soufan's just been a breath of fresh air. 7 goals on the year. And really only joined the team about midway through the season. Coming up from the younger team of Windsor City to help this senior team try and get promoted here from League 2 back into the Premier League. Masters FA sails over one player, but they control. That's Stout. But now Windsor City controls. Koulibaly. Koulibaly tries to get around the edge. Player goes down. They're going to blow the whistle. A foul against Windsor City. Koulibaly trying to plead his case, but referee not having anything from it. And that'll be a free kick as the keeper, Namaski, comes off his line to take the free kick. That one's midfield, handled. Koulibaly controls. Bastiacali. And coming, Nepsi deflects it off his own man, but Windsor City somehow comes away with it. And this one gets pushed all the way back. Just had a little visit walking by. Dardis Willis, the owner of the Windsor Express, popping by the booth here for a little bit. So we have all the celebrities are out here today. The Windsor, we had Mayor Drew Dilkins, Dardis Willis, number of other Windsor area sports personalities here today for this big match. As Windsor City's quest for promotion is here. And there's a ball in towards the keeper. O'Connor was there, but it just one-hopped Namaski, and he just bowls it out to his right. This one's all the way back to Kamate. Kamate handles it, tries to go inside. Koulibaly's got a little space, tries to chip it up to O'Connor. O'Connor one-on-one, looking for help. Deflects it off a couple of guys, but it deflects right off O'Connor past the boundary. So a unfortunate bounce there for Kieran O'Connor as the throw-in's going to go to Windsor to Masters FA. Masters player goes down, and they're going to put it back in. That's Abu Bakar Hussein. This time they go back to the keeper. Just over an hour to go in this one. Long way to go. Still 0-0. Feels like any goal here today is just going to be a huge momentum shift. If Windsor City's able to get it, it basically forces Masters FA to score 2. This one's chipped up far side, but Windsor City's going to be the first one there. They're going to, hopefully it trickles past the line, and it just slowly makes it as Windsor City does a good job boxing out the Masters FA player to get the goal kick. And if Masters FA happens to get that first one, it just feels like the pressure will be on Windsor City to have to push to get that equalizer, to get that 1 point that will send them to the Premier Division. So still a long way to go. You can see that ball high up in the air. The taller Koulibaly just sailed over his head a little bit. Midfield controlled by Masters. Hussein, a little bit of battle with the captain, Liberti. And Windsor City comes away. You can see them really pressuring that back pass. Windsor City likes to use that back pass. Here comes O'Connor. O'Connor trying to get, big collision! What's going to happen here? There's multiple players down. Kieran O'Connor is down. A knee-on-knee collision between Kieran O'Connor and Namowski. Namowski with a dangerous play. The crowd is riled up here. And a red card to the keeper. The keeper is out of the match. Massive. Straight red card for the keeper. And they're going to have to play a man short. Now the official, you can see the sideline official now onto the pitch here. On a full sprint, the keeper came off his line, and you can see where the collision happened. The collision happened outside the box, I'm going to say 7 yards outside the box, and it was just a massive collision. Kieran O'Connor looking back at the ball, trying to play the ball, and the keeper just ran right through him, earning the red card. The keeper is now down, so we're going to be delayed here for a little bit as the referees, the officials try and sort all of this out. So a straight red card for the visitors. O'Connor working on that right knee. I was actually speaking to Kieran's dad before the match. He was excited for this one. His son, it's his the youngest of their kids, and just playing this high-level soccer. He's playing at the University of Windsor. Now we get a little bit of a scuffle. Liberty players have to be separated. Oh, a yellow card now. And that, I'm trying to get the number of that one. I can see the player here, but I can't quite see the number of them. They're going to have to get these players separated here. They're going to have to bring the sideline officials in to keep control here. Because O'Connor took a hard knee-on-knee collision. And now you see Captain Liberty doing a great job getting his players kind of away from the ruckus. And there's Kieran O'Connor getting back up to his feet. And just a massive, massive foul, a dangerous play. And that's going to result in a red card from the keeper. You can see Kieran O'Connor, he's just heading right to the locker room. And we'll have to sort all this out here. So there's definitely the red card to the keeper. There was also a yellow as the players scuffled a little bit. And we'll have to wait for all the official words here. And you can still see a lot of talking with the official. The captain is number 13. So in theory, number 13 should really be the only person kind of discussing this with the referee. That's Terrell Stout. I don't quite see him currently. And now the keeper, that's Namoski. Namoski is going to come off the pitch. Because it looked like the old-fashioned knee-on-knee hit that we see in the NHL. Kieran O'Connor comes off the pitch. And now the keeper is also coming in. So we're trying to get a number on the backup. Can't quite see it there. You can see him at midfield currently, the backup keeper. So looks like O'Connor is trying to work that out on the far side. You see the trainer working at him on the far right of the pitch. And you can see the young fans up on the rail. And they're concerned for their Rose City Reds here. So hopefully O'Connor will be able to stay in this game. Looks like he's trying to stay in this match. As the keeper is now slowly being helped off the field. And Masters will be down to their backup keeper. So Namoski gets the red card. And it looked like I'm seeing Hussein. Osman Hussein received the yellow in the 35th minute.
Master FA yellow card issued in the 35th minute to number 8, Osman Hussein. And in the 34th minute, red card issued to number 77, Elaine Moski.
So there's the announcement from Aaron Sanders. The yellow in the 35th, the red in the 34th. And then they see the new keeper. That's number 1. We'll have to double check, but it should be Tim Van Gelderen, the new keeper. Tim Van Gelderen should be the keeper now for Masters FA, having to come off the bench. And I haven't seen which player came off the pitch for Masters FA. Windsor City is also going to have a free kick in a very dangerous spot here once we finally get things underway here in the first half. As the referees are still trying to sort things out. And it looks like, I think it's number 16 coming off the pitch. So that's Marlon Ray. Marlon Ray has come off the pitch for Masters FA, number 16. As they'll now, for the rest of this one, close to an hour, will be a man short. They'll be down to 10 men here, 9 position players and the keeper. So now the challenge just got even that much more difficult for Masters Football Academy. They needed the 3 points for a victory against Windsor City FC, and now they're going to have to do it with only 10 men. So number 7 is lining up the free kick. That's Jefferson Basiakali. Basiakali still looking for goal number 1 this year. You can see a 4-man wall. We're back underway. There's the left boot towards the goal, far side, and what a way to start the match for Tim Van Gelderen, having to make the save. Let's just confirm the keeper. Oh, excuse me, it's a different name. It's actually Guarino Siriani is the keeper. Didn't have an up-to-date roster. So Siriani is the new keeper, and there's a foul. Let's see if the referee reaches. He's going to a pocket, and there's a yellow card, as the referees are going to have to keep this match under control here. We're in the 41st minute. So in the 41st, there's a yellow for Windsor City. So Windsor City gets their first yellow. The visitors already have a couple of yellows as well as a red, as things have gotten a little bit chippy here now, with only 5 minutes plus added time. And here's Kieran O'Connor coming back onto the pitch as he's getting a round of applause after the knee injury. And you see O'Connor, number 13, 16 goals on the year, able to shake off that knee injury at the big collision with the keeper, Namaski, earning the keeper a straight red. So a dangerous position here. Masters FA has a chance, down a man, but they have an opportunity here to try and get on the board. Here's the run-up, short side, that gets chipped away. No real opportunity. That was Osman Hussein, 3 goals on the year, sending in the free kick. As the sun and cloud kind of playing tricks here, kind of coming in and out of the South Windsor area. It's going to be another corner. This will be actually the first official corner. That free kick was just corner adjacent. A little bending ball towards the keeper and handled nicely by Cuevas. And Cuevas quickly fires it down the pitch to Omer. Omer sends it far side, and there's O'Connor, and he looks like he's running okay, so that's great to see for the striker for Windsor City. Again, more discussion here from the referee, and now you see the bench. That looks like Ivan Galarza having a heated discussion with the head referee. Just disputing, I guess, where the throw-in was going to be. And this time it's going to go the other way as Nepshi has the ball in hand for the throw. A little step around from Kamate. So Kamate now playing with the yellow. So he'll have to be careful. He's one that we'll see him and Nepshi with not afraid to normally do a slide tackle, but Kamate is going to have to be careful with those for the duration of this one. This one gets pushed around. That's Basiakali trying to get around the defender. Loses possession. Kick back to midfield. Windsor City controls. O'Connor. O'Connor gets bumped. Stays on his feet. But the Masters player now holding the ankle. And this time O'Connor's down to his knees. But a foul against Masters FA. And looks like an ankle injury for a Masters FA player. That's the captain, Stout, looking at him, and there's number 15. That's Alvarado. Alvarado also holding a yellow here. As we're getting close to 45 minutes, but obviously with that extended stoppage, we're going to have some added time here in the first half. Back underway. Kamate pushes it far side. Winner win it, sends it up the middle, just missed Soufan, tried a little back heel, and that goes to the keeper, and he hits a line drive just over everybody's head, and that's going to drift all the way to the keeper of Windsor City. So it's been an eventful first half here in Windsor. No goals to speak of. We're still 0-0, but we've seen 3 yellows and a red to a goalkeeper. Here comes O'Connor around the edge. O'Connor centering ball, nobody home. And that just gets through the goal mouth but no red jerseys near enough to put that one in the back of the net. Masters FA crosses midfield. That's Avila, Daniel Avila. And now Robertson controls. Sends it far side, and you can see that ball, the wind just gusted it inside the box. Gonna have to be careful. Daniel Avila, 2 defenders on him, and a nice defensive play by Omer. Takes it away, and Windsor City looks to be out of trouble. That gets deflected. Winnick has it. As we're now at 45 minutes, we'll wait for the 4th official to announce how many minutes of added time we're going to be here in the first half as 2 players get together, but they are able to play on. Still no official word. Wait on the 4th official. This one heads towards the keeper. You have to be careful here. And now Cuevas is able to play that one as he gets back into his box, the 18-yard box, to be able to handle that with the gloves. There's a ball towards the middle, kind of a loose ball. Windsor City comes away with the 50-50 ball. The first 20 minutes or so seem to be controlled by Windsor City. The next 20, I would say Masters FA had the advantage, but we'll see now down a man. Here comes Winant. Winant's down currently, and there's a whistle blown. They had maybe a bit of an advantage, but the referee blew it dead. We're now a minute into added time here in the first half. The visitors, Masters Football Academy, needing all 3 points, but they're going to have to do it with only 10 men as their keeper received a yellow back in the 34th minute. You can feel that wind gusting now a little bit, left to right, as the Windsor player walks up to it. Masters FA sets up their wall. Here's the free kick, low liner, right back to the Windsor City player. And they're going to control it midfield. We've now played 2 minutes of added time with the injury to the keeper and O'Connor, plus sorting out the yellows and the reds. We lost a few minutes, so that'll be added here. This one's in the corner. That ball's still alive. Windsor City trying to step around. Basiakali goes down. They play on, holding his right knee. Now he finally makes his way back up to his feet, realizing no whistle is being blown. He had to get back up. In front of the visitors' bench, Windsor City throws. Referee checks his watch. Again, we never did get official word of the added time, as Liberty sends it to the middle. Windsor City trying to push it into the forward third. A lot of room on the near side. That's Kamate. Kamate just chips one in towards the box. Headed one towards the goal. Keeper has to come off his line, drops it. But luckily scoops that back up as we've now played 3 minutes here. Near side, that's Hussein. Hussein, nice pass towards the middle. That's the captain. Stout. Offside flag, first offside flag we've seen here today. As now you might see that Masters FA is going to have to take their chances here. They need a goal. Ties aren't going to do it, and playing with 10 men, those goal opportunities just get a little bit harder and harder to get. 3.5 minutes into added time. Keeping an eye on the referee. Windsor City controls, a little chip in. Basiakali loses it, win it, pushes it outside. Another chip towards the goal, Connor in the neighborhood. As we're looking at referee Aldekar, it's going to be a throw-in. 4 minutes now of added time. Oh, a little miscommunication from Windsor City. As Liberty and Kamate just not on the same page there for a moment. Just in the corner of the box. Basiakali sends it in. Basiakali tries to send one in. as Koulibaly laid a pass out for him. Liberty now just chips a high one in towards the breeze. You see Nepshi kind of pushing in. Nepshi sends his men flying. He's going to have to hustle back as Robertson has it. And here comes Soufan. Soufan does a nice job, draws the foul, but this will give Windsor City the opportunity to regroup. They're going to play on here. Windsor City not set up defensively yet. Trying to get around the corner. That's Avila. They both get pushed off the ball, but that looks like it's going to be a goal kick, and it is. So a nice play defensively. Soufan hustling back. And the defenders earning that goal kick for Cuevas. Now we're over 5 minutes of added time. Windsor City kind of taking their time here. Batsiakali. This one's chipped far side, but really not on target. The Windsor player has to backtrack. Trying to see if they gave us how much yellow time, added time, still no word. This one sent in, Nepshi pushing up. Nepshi trying to get it over to Koulibaly, unable to do so. So you see Windsor kind of pushing the envelope a little bit here, having Nepshi come off his back line to try and force Masters FA into a mistake and get that all-important first goal. And there's the final whistle of half number one. It's been an eventful one. We're in the double reds, a little bit of white on the midsection. It is 0-0 here. It was a 0-0 game, but there was plenty of action. We had the mayor in the first few minutes. Drew Dilkins here joining us. A nice interview early on. But 3 yellow cards as we get to some substitutions. And we'll get some of those substitutions as we get them. But again, a yellow card from Alvarado back in the 15th. And then the red card from the keeper in the 34th to go along with a yellow from Hussein for kind of arguing that. And then in the 41st minute, Comate earned a yellow. So the straight red card on the dangerous, really dangerous play from the keeper, Namaski, taking out the knee of Kieran O'Connor. O'Connor has gotten back to his feet and was able to stay in the match. But now Masters FA needing all 3 points here today. They need a win to try and earn promotion, so they're going to have to do that with only 10 men. So it's going to be an eventful second half here as Nepshi controls the ball, and it looks like it's Youngsung Ju as Windsor City controls, steps around the player. That's Omar, sends it over to Soufan. Soufan centering ball, and that one's just going to get pushed aside. So Ju is in the game for Masters FA, and Daniel Avila, interesting enough, comes out of the match. Daniel Avila, 5 goals on the season. So now they're 2 top goal scorers because we haven't seen number 9, Leo Shrimpton, yet. They were their Masters Football Academy's top 2 scorers in 2026, and neither one is currently in the match. As if Daniel Avila's day is now done. Masters FA controls. Looking for some space, again playing a man short. And Windsor City is able to keep control of that one. A little bit of pressure now. Nepshi's got to be careful in front of his own goal mouth. And finally Windsor City able to get rid of that one. But again, Masters FA still controls. Looking for a handball call, but none to be had. And this one's going to go all the way back to the keeper. And Cuevas just kind of sends it back to midfield. There's a ball in. Windsor City had a couple players in there, unable to find some space. Mix of sun and clouds here today. 24 degrees, feels like about 25. 21 kilometer-hour winds out of the west, gusting at 41 kilometers per hour. So really coming across the field. We've seen that on a few of those passes coming from the far side towards us. They're going to play on here. Some of those passes sailing on the player. Here's O'Connor back from that knee injury on the big collision with the goalkeeper from Masters FA. Omer. Near side. There's the Glory. I haven't seen a lot of the Glory here today. Getting a touch on the near side. And this one gets headed back towards Basiakali. Foul called. Windsor City gets called for the foul. Sent in deep on the right side. Windsor City, and now the keeper comes out and takes control of that one. Push to the far side. Again, Windsor City, in the first half, we noticed them play quite a bit of that ball control game. Trying to keep Masters back on their heels. And here comes the pressure we saw from Robertson. Robertson, another one of those guys, kind of reminds me of Winner Winant with the kind of a motor. Just doesn't quit. Player goes down. Here comes Masters FA. Now another player goes down for Windsor City. And this ball's high up in the air and finally cleared away. And now both Windsor players will be able to kind of regroup as Winant is still a little bit slow to get up on back to his feet. You see lots of youth soccer here today. You see some blue kits down in front of us. Right on the rail, trying to cheer on these Rose City Reds. Their quest for promotion here in 2026, trying to get to the Premier Division of the Ontario Premier League. There's a chip in towards the keeper. Handled with ease. And remember, this is the backup keeper, Guarino Sirianni. Sirianni had to come into the match after Namaski collided with Kieran O'Connor back in the 34th minute. And that went straight to red. Oh, a bad throw from the keeper. And Windsor City's able to steal just a pass behind O'Connor. Windsor player slips down. And now they got a bit of a run. That's number 7, the newcomer Zhu, who came in on the substitution at the half. Nice little step around by the Windsor player, and it looks like they're going to be able to escape damage. Oh, tried to give and go, missed the pass. O'Connor couldn't quite connect. Here's a centering ball towards the goal and kicked away, but still pressure. Here's a shot far side. Goal! Number 8, Hussein. Osman Hussein gets the goal. And Masters FA in the 51st minute takes a 1-0 lead. It all started right in front of us as Kieran O'Connor tried a little give and go pass that just didn't connect. And Masters FA just controlled the ball the entire time down the pitch from that turnover. A centering ball and a beautiful shot into the top corner. And Windsor City trails 1-0. Now the crowd trying to get their Windsor City FC team back in this one as they now have some work to do. Still a lot of time to go. Now we finally hear the crowd. This is the loudest we've seen heard the crowd here since the first minutes of this match. And now they're going to have to do something. They need a goal. 3 points is what Masters FA needs for their promotion. Windsor needs a tie or the win to get promoted. And again, Masters FA playing this match with only 10 men. So they got to hope they can put some pressure on the shorthanded Masters Football Academy. And there's a foul against 21 Carlos de Gloria Jr. And again, you see Masters FA. Again, this match still has 38 minutes to go plus. And you can already see them kind of putting this game into trying to lock it down, taking as many seconds off the clock as they possibly can. As the referee kind of points at them to say, okay, let's go. Let's get the ball in. There's a low dribbler towards Masters FA midfield. High up in the air, win it. Tries to get it on the first bounce. 2 bounces, and still nobody has it. And FA comes away. There's a little centering ball. That's trouble. And this time the keeper has to come well off his line. A little light collision between Cuevas and the forward for Masters. And here comes Windsor City. Windsor City trails 1-0. 51st minute. The only goal in this match from Hussein. Nice little step around. There's a ball into Gloria. Offside flag is up. No goal. The crowd just realizing now the Gloria in just a little bit ahead of the defender, so an offside flag has been raised, and Windsor City is still at 0. So the Gloria getting some pressure now. We just got in a little bit ahead of the play, and we're seeing already that stall tactic from Masters FA. Playing down a man and up a goal. They're not in a hurry to get this one moving. We're starting to hear from the crowd a little bit of frustration. That one gets headed towards the keeper, and Cuevas is going to be able to handle that one with ease. Windsor City's going to have to kind of collect their thoughts here. They're going to need a goal here in the last half hour. Nepshi pushes it far side. That's Winnant. Winnant sends it back to Nepshi. Windsor just kind of methodically bringing that ball up the pitch here. And now near side. That's the Gloria. Now they're all 10 are past half midfield for Windsor. Little chip out to the Winnant. Winnant trying to find his way around the corner, but two pink shirts around him. There's a deflection off the FA player. Uh-oh, and here they come. They have a run, but nicely defended beautifully by Kamate, who is holding that yellow card, don't forget, back in the 41st minute to defend. Excellent, but doing it legally. There's just a rocket left boot sent in by Nepshi, and it just sailed over the goal. Just trying to put any pressure on this keeper that they can. That ball close to 40 yards out. He just sent a laser beam towards the goal. And 57th minute, we're through 56 now. Waiting for this goal kick. The defender's going to take it. There's a big left boot towards midfield. Controlled nicely, some collision, but they're going to play on. The Masters player holding his head, but they play. That's the Gloria now with a little bit of space, chipped towards the middle. Again, Windsor can't get any pressure in right now. This ball's heading to the sideline. That's going to be a throw-in for the home team. De Gloria tries a throw into the corner. That's a tough pass. Just hanging in the corner, but handled nicely. That's going to be, it looks like a throw. I don't think it got to the corner. It's just going to be a throw deep into the corner. And that's De Gloria again. He's going to have the wind in his face on this throw-in, though. It gets over the first couple of players and bounces right towards the keeper. That's Sirianni. And Sirianni comes away with the throw. That ball's controlled at just past midfield by Windsor City FC. Windsor City trails by a goal. There's Robertson putting on the Jets, trying to create problems for the defense of the backfielders of the Windsor City FC. Here's a little bit of a run. That's Hussein. He scored in the 51st, trying to draw a foul, and he does draw the foul. Looks like some jersey grabbing over there. And that's going to put Masters FA into an excellent position here. Oh, and now a flop. Just a simple flop by number 12, Abu Bakar Hussein. Just doing anything they can to not only stall, but try and draw some yellows and fouls against Windsor City. So another delay here as the referees has to sort things out, but that clock just keeps on ticking. I know they're going to add some time, to it at the end. But Windsor City can't be messing around wasting these precious seconds as we're just over a half an hour to go in the regulation time, and there will be some added time, I'm sure. But nonetheless, it's going to be a free kick in a dangerous area for Masters FA. And here's a substitution as Sufan's day is done for Windsor City. And we'll wait to see the substitution.
Substitution for Windsor City FC. Now on the pitch, number 17, Ivan Yakubov.
So there's Yakubov, a little bit more experience now.
Omar Sufa.
Coming onto the pitch, Yakubov scored the first goal of the season for Windsor City. Now we have an altercation on the far side as the players have to be pulled apart, separated, as the second and third officials are now coming onto the pitch. And things are getting out of control here as you see Cuevas trying to settle his team down, coming well off his line. Windsor City a little not very composed here at the moment as they trail by a goal. And now they're pulling away winner Winnant as the captain Liberty is trying to settle his team down. Don't have the luxury of just calling a timeout for Coach Paulino to try and settle his troops down as he anxiously kind of watches from the far side of the pitch as all this is going on 40 yards away from him. So now we're still waiting for a free kick here eventually. Masters FA nowhere close to being in position, and we've lost a couple minutes here now. So now we have a sideline official discussion going on, and I'm not sure what's going on now. Just there's 2-3 different conversations. There's a discussion at the ball with the referee, and then there's a sideline discussion happening with, it looks like, the third referee on the far side. So this game has gotten a little bit sloppy here as tensions are high in this championship Sunday. Windsor City needing a win or a draw to send them to the Premier Division here on the Ontario Premier League. Masters FA needs all 3 points, and that's how it currently stands as they lead 1-0 with that goal back in the 51st minute by Osman Hussein. Looks like we finally might be underway here. As see DeGloria calling in O'Connor to help kind of defend the middle of the pitch. Here's a line drive towards the goal right into the midsection of Cuevas, and we're back underway. So another long delay here in the second half. Windsor City still trails by a goal. There's a long boot into Basiakali. Basiakali sends a high header towards O'Connor. O'Connor just flicks it over to the Gloria, and Windsor City controls. To the middle, Winnant has a little bit of space. Just flicks it outside. A little give and go, nice little set of passing there from Windsor City. They got a runner in, tries a centering ball, unable to complete it, and that's Koulibaly, and Koulibaly earns a corner kick. So a nice little 3-4 passes in a row from Windsor City, and that earns them a corner. He's got the wind at his back. Can't see if that's Liberty, but that's usually their corner kicker. He's got the right boot. Low line drive. Kamate is there. Kamate heads it, but well wide of the net. Unable to get anything towards the keeper, Sirianni. And nothing really there for Windsor City. Windsor City still has half an hour or so to get on the board. Again, these two teams met back on June the 6th. Windsor City won that one 2-0. But playing with 10 men, Masters FA has been doing a good job. They got the goal down a man, and then now every opportunity they get, they're trying to take precious seconds off the clock. And that one gets headed away. It's a throw-in for Windsor City. Nice little throw-in heel pass towards O'Connor, but unable to connect. Far side, Winnant gets shoved, but Windsor City comes away. Near side's O'Connor. O'Connor's got space. He's got the defender on his heels, but now he's got two pink shirts on him. Gives it up to Winnan sends a long ball in towards the keeper. That ball's sailing towards the goal, and he just keeps it off his line. The goalie almost backpedaled into the net with the ball in his hand, and Sirianni with his second big save of this one since he's come into the match after the red card to Namaski. High ball in. Again, the Wind grabbing that ball. That gets headed away. Windsor City, that's Yakubov, the new substitution. A couple players go down. They play on. There's a high ball in. Koulibaly was in the neighborhood, but that ball just sailed. And that's going to be a goal kick. Goal kick for Masters FA here. We're in the 65th minute. Windsor City sits at 42 points. Masters FA at 40. And currently the 3 points is in the hands of Masters FA as they're looking to win the championship and promotion to the Premier League in the Ontario Premier League. Here comes a defender. That's Nepshi. Nepshi sends it in the middle, just can't control the pass and misses Basiakali, and now we got to run the other way. Windsor City's just going to have to keep wearing them down as Masters FA is down to 10 men and just kind of find a crack somewhere in the armor to push through that first goal. This one's sent all the way back. Going to take this time now to thank Leona625. Leona625, the official broadcast partner of Windsor City FC. The Gloria chips one in towards the goal. Chipped by it. The keeper is able to keep it in front of him. Basiakali was there. And Sirianni starting to get work now, so Windsor City putting on some pressure. Also want to thank Canadian Tire. Canadian Tire, a proud sponsor of Windsor City FC, as well as Artificial Turf Unlimited. Golf, greens, and landscape. Artificial Turf Unlimited. As this ball gets sent to the far side. Nepshi pushes it. That's Winnan. Winnan looking for a little give and go. Slide. And that's which way is that going? That looks like it's going to be a yellow. I thought the referee reached for his pocket, and he did. So in the 66th minute, that's Winner Winnant receiving a yellow. A little bit of a dangerous slide tackle there. So we'll take this opportunity also to thank another one of our sponsors, WindsorBusinessHub.com. Join Windsor's fastest growing business network, and they'll help you grow your business in the Windsor community. That's WindsorBusinessHub.com. And as always, you're watching all the Windsor City broadcasts here on Knockstrom TV. My name is Dan Dominguez. Thank you for joining us here all season long on Knockstrom TV. And be sure to follow all the Windsor City social media at Windsor City TFC on Instagram and Facebook. So again, a bit of a delay here. And looks like there's going to be some substitutions now for the visitors. So it looks like Robertson is coming off. I only saw Robertson. But Xander Reese is in the match now for the visitors.
Substitution for Masters FA in the 68th minute. First on the pitch, number 4, Jacob Bragg. He replaces number 7, Young-Song Ju.
So that's Bragg is wearing number 4 today in the substitution. Here comes O'Connor. O'Connor trying to get around the corner. O'Connor sends it back to Winnant. Winnant sends a low ball in towards the goal. Kieran O'Connor couldn't quite get to the rebound. And this one, they're going to escape. So it looks like Bragg is wearing number 4 here today. The Gloria controls. Again, midfield for Windsor City. So Ribeiro was the other substitution. That's definitely an offside flag as Koulibaly well ahead of the play. So John Ribeiro, 1 goal on the 2026 season, comes into the match. He takes Robertson out, and Bragg comes in and takes out the newly substituted Zhu. So Zhu really only played maybe 20 minutes. That ball gets headed away again. Masters FA playing down a man, doing a good job, kind of sustaining some form of pressure against the back line of Windsor City. As the captain, Liberty, was a little bit slow getting back to his feet as the Masters team is having a conversation with the referee. The referee trying to kind of lay down the law here in this final 20-plus minutes, as we're now in the 70th minute, and you know there's going to be a number of added minutes here due to all the stoppages from injury and otherwise. Near side, that's O'Connor. And Kamate trying to get everyone going, kind of get going forward. Seems like they've been on their heels and not moving, taking advantage of this man advantage they've had for the entire second half and a lot of the first. This ball sent in, winner win it, was trying to get that pass. Omer, a little miscommunication again. Windsor City just not on the same page so far. It's only going to probably take the one. As this ball gets chipped away, DeGloria handles. Kamate chips it in, but again, the defender is there, and Masters controls. Here comes Masters again. That's John Ribeiro, the new substitution. Oh, lots of tie-up, and that's going to be a foul against Windsor City. Liberty is going to get called for the foul there. As the ball gets kicked away, so they're going to have to go and recover that as Yakubov goes and recovers that ball. Again, Windsor City's going to have to start looking at that clock now a little bit. As this ball gets whistled back in. Let's see if Masters tries to send something towards the goal. This one's to the top of the box, intercepted by Windsor City, but Masters controls. Deflected away. Here's a sprint for it near side. Windsor City looks like they have a beat on it. Just past the line by a hair, and the crowd reacts. It looks like from my vantage point it did cross the line just by a couple of inches. And the referee who made the call called that from about 60 yards away. Not really in the best position. He's got a smirk on his face as I think he's hearing it from the crowd. That ball gets thrown in. That's going to be tough to control. There's some jersey grabbing, but here comes Masters. So Bragg coming in on the far side. Bragg centering ball, deflected towards the goal. Oh, what a save, rebound. Player goes down, no goal. And that's going to be a corner. They're calling for a foul on the keeper, but the referee not having it. And now they got another player down. I didn't even see anybody touch this one, and now he's just rolling around in the goal mouth. Again, the clock ticking. There's going to be plenty of added time as they're calling the training staff in. It'll be a corner kick when play resumes here, but there's going to be another delay. You can see that was Cuevas just being frustrated with the delays and the injuries of the visiting Masters FA here today. They have that 1-goal lead, and they're trying to take advantage of it. Kind of a warm day still here in Windsor. Late August afternoon. Plenty of wind. Again, 21-kilometer-hour winds gusting over 40. Out of the west, mix of sun and clouds. As the trainer's still working on on the injured player. I didn't quite see who the injured player was here today. Now he's slowly making his way, and he's having some words with the Windsor City player as they're trying to get him to get back on his feet. That looked like Liberty, the captain, having words with the injured player, but they're going to have him come off the pitch, so they'll be down temporarily just to 9 men until he's allowed back on the field. Nobody at midfield for a substitution. Can't tell if he was cramping, but again, he's going to be shown asked to get off the pitch and still having words with the referee. And then this match just slammed to pretty much a halt here in the second half after that goal in the 51st minute. So tensions are definitely high. The crowd's starting to get a little bit riled up with all the delays. A beautiful crowd here today. Here at Acumen Stadium on the campus of St. Clair College. This ball gets sent in towards the goal. That kind of misses everybody. Definitely the crowd of the year here for Windsor City. As they still need to get a goal here. There's going to be a foul at midfield. Now they're going to allow the player back on. Windsor City is going to need a goal here to potentially earn that promotion. Here's a long pass near side. Hussein is there. Hussein still battling. Has it just at the top of the goal, at the top of the box. Sends the right boot in. Oh, deflected by the defender. Cuevas went down, but the defender is able to get a piece of it. This ball sails all the way down the pitch. And you can see Koulibaly running with a bit of a limp. As Koulibaly is looking to get this ball in quick to O'Connor. Again, an extra attacker for Windsor City. As since the 35th minute, Masters FA has been playing down a man. That one almost sails over the defender's head as Yakubov tries to chase that one down. They elect to go back to Liberty. Sends a line drive in towards the goal, headed away. And that looks like that's going to be a corner, and it is for Windsor City. A corner kick here in the 76th minute. So 15 minutes plus added time here to determine a league champion. The top two teams of Ontario Premier League 2 soccer battling it out here on the last day of the season. There's a low liner towards the goal. Oh, it deflects off a couple bodies. Windsor City putting the pressure on, but that one's headed away towards the sidelines, and Masters FA is going to be able to escape, and there's a foul. The Masters player looking for a yellow, none to be had. An excellent opportunity off the corner for Windsor City, unable to capitalize. '77th minute, Masters leads 1-0. The only goal of this one happening back by Osman Hussein back in the 51st minute. There's a high ball. That one's kicked through, and that one gets deflected away. And that looks like it's going to be a corner, and it is, for the visitors. This will be their third corner. That was Jacob Bragg putting on the pressure. And I saw just Gabe Paulino just telling a couple players to go get loose. So we'll see if there's any substitutions down the stretch for some fresh bodies, as they're going to have to find a way to score a goal here and avoid having to play their way into the Premier League. Sudbury is the likely opponent as the 11th place team in League One in the Premier Division. This one's deflected a couple times. Windsor City comes away, as the 11th place team would have to play the second place team of League Two. Little give and go. Again, unable to complete that pass was Koulibaly, and here comes Hussein again. Hussein's got Bragg on the outside. Oh, a big collision as Nepshi just runs him over for the foul call, or it looks like it's just going to be a corner kick. And Nepshi just kind of dropped that shoulder and sent the offensive player flying, and this will be corner kick number 4 for the visitors. Crowd starting to get a little anxious here. Masters elects to go short on the corner, but turned over, but kicked out of bounds for another throw from Windsor City. Windsor City is going to have to start keeping those balls in to try and escape. Get the ball out of Masters' hands, because you can see them really taking their time getting that ball back in as the captain, Terrell Stout, currently holds it. There's a high ball over the top towards the goal. Windsor City controls, and there's a long boot, but only one red jersey down the pitch. As Masters sends it right back in. Another long pass, but again, just pink jerseys. Windsor can't connect on that long pass here right now. There's a high ball over everybody. And you can see that even the ball boy is trying to hurry up and get the ball back to the keeper, Cuevas. As Windsor City is starting to feel the pressure here a little bit in these final 10 minutes plus. Far side, Omer sends it to Liberty. Liberty's got O'Connor into the corner. O'Connor's got control. 2 men on him. One directly and one just kind of keeping an eye. O'Connor tries to get around the corner but misses the pass. Unable to connect. Kamate controls. Kamate across the Saints logo here at Acumen. Sends it near side, but passed, and this one sent high up into the crowd just to my left, and that ball is long gone. Basiacali tries to send it to the middle. And that ball's on the far side. Little line drive in towards the top of the box. Basiacali in the neighborhood. And that ball's going to spin away from the FA player. And it's right on the boundary line as Nepshi defends. Winner win it, steals the pass. Chips it in. Oh, they had a Yakupov in up the seam, but unable to connect. And that's going to result in another corner. So this is corner kick number 4 for Windsor City, as time is definitely a factor. They got Koulibaly right in the middle of the box, and another tall body next to him. That's Jefferson Basiacali, right on the goal mouth. Liberty, the low liner short side, unable to connect. Windsor City just having trouble with those corners here today. Near side Liberty, a little bit of space, one-on-one. Sends a curving ball in, deflected once, but unable to connect. Windsor City's going to have to keep pressing here. Collision, turnover, they're going to play on. Liberty sends it towards the goal. Oh, just sails a little bit by a flying boot from the Windsor City player. That was Nepshi. And Nepshi just can't convert, and that now DeGloria has taken a knee. So DeGloria is holding that right leg a little bit, it looks like, as the trainer's going to come in for him, looking for substitutions, none to be seen as of yet. And now the goalie has taken a knee. Sirianni is down, he's trying to stretch out that leg, as they're on to their second keeper. So DeGloria goes off the pitch. I haven't seen a substitute, but they're just going to work on him on the sidelines real quick. And now the trainer making his way, so we're going to have a lot of added minutes here today. Could be looking at close to 10, I would think. We'll have to keep an eye on the sideline official. As the goalie is now still on his back here, trying to, I don't know if it was a cramp or not in the leg. And I'm looking at the chat, Gabe talking about Masters' time-wasting skills being top-notch, and we've seen that here today with their being down a man and tied, and with the lead here today. So we're in a delay here. Now I am seeing a body on the far side. for Windsor City. That looks like, so the Gloria is coming off, and I didn't quite see the number of the player. It had 0 up, but that is not correct. We'll wait for that player to turn around. I haven't got to go. That looks like it is. St. Clair College, former St. Clair College player, Zachary Soberai now into the match. So Soberai comes in for De Gloria, and the goalkeeper still flat on his back. And we're going to have quite a few minutes. They didn't give us the minutes in the first half of how many added minutes there were, but hopefully they do here in half number 2, because those are going to be some crucial moments here. So the keeper is finally up. That's Sirianni. He's been tested a few times here, and he's been up to the task. Here on this championship Sunday, Windsor City desperately needing a goal. If Windsor City can't get that goal, they're going to be forced to play likely Sudbury for that second promotion spot. There's Yakupov. So there's Soberai officially being announced. We're in the 85th minute. There's a ball heading towards Koulibaly and Basiakali in the neighborhood. Unable to get either one of those guys going. Here comes Kamate. Kamate tries to send one in. O'Connor. A little step through. Basiakali's got space. Just on the edge of the box. Nice little pass into Soberai, newly into the game. Soberai can't get anything on it. Heads it towards... There was a whistle blown. Oh, they just let that ball go. Everyone just kind of froze for a second. And that's going to result into, I didn't see if there was an offside call or just going to be a goal kick. This one gets put back into play. Low line drive towards midfield. Windsor City trying to control. Surrounded by pink jerseys here. Nice slide tackle. That's Gutierrez. Gutierrez tries to flip it over to the defender, shoves the body. They play on, no whistle. Here's a chance for Masters. They got a chance far side. Oh, what a save! A game-saving save from Cuevas, and gives them a chance. And now we got a player cramping down here. They're going to play on. That's Gutierrez holding his leg as he's trying to get his way back. As he can't, tries a couple steps and goes right back down. But the referee there's a foul there, and that's going to be a yellow card against the captain. So all sorts of stuff happening. As you can see, a couple players cramping. So in the 87th minute, we got another yellow card, this time against the captain, Terrell Stout. Nobody's helping Gutierrez. Gutierrez can't get up. And the captain goes into the book for another yellow. So that's 5 yellows on the day here today. 3 for Masters, 2 for Windsor City. Windsor City will have the ball in a decent spot once we get rolling here again, but look at that clock keep on ticking. We'll have to wait for an official word on added time here. It looks like there's a substitution potentially coming in for Gutierrez, as there's a player at midfield. Can't quite see a number on that midfield player. It might be number 9. I can't tell if it says 9, Leo Shrimpton, on the far side or not. Oh, here comes the official word on the substitution. It's actually number 6. We'll have to see who that is. I don't have a 6 on my card here. That's going to be Samuel Rankin. Samuel Rankin, number 6. Coming into the match, as Gutierrez is now out of this one. Liberty trying to get this one back into play. The crowd is getting restless here at Acumen. As Liberty is looking to send one in. He wastes no time, chips one in towards the goal. High above everyone, the keeper's trying to control, and he finally does and flops down onto the ball. Sirianni just boots it away, trying to catch the defender sleeping. No offside flag. They go all the way back to Cuevas, and Liberty's going to have to turn the corner here and get things going upfield again. Here's Omar. And that one goes through the legs of Basiakali. Oh, just a little bit too far. Sobrai just mishandles that one. And that's going to be another goal kick. We're approaching the 90th minute, waiting on the fourth referee. As the crowd gets the Windsor City chant started here. And that ball's far side. Masters has it. That's Bragg. Bragg trying to get around the corner. One-on-one against Kamate. Kamate holds a yellow. He's got to be careful. That's going to be a collision and likely a corner. Oh, they're going to rule a goal kick. So a goal kick for Windsor City. They get it into play quickly. We're almost at the 90-minute mark. Fourth referee, that's Liam Salerno Gardner, is the fourth referee, and they're saying 11 minutes. 11 minutes of added time. So plenty of time here for Windsor City to get on the board. And that one tries to get headed towards, and the keeper, this thing cost a goal kick. I don't think a player on Masters touched it, and that could be even a yellow on the delay. He's going to get a yellow card, the keeper, on the delay of game. That's Sirianni with the yellow in the 90th. So yellow card number 4. And the 6th yellow card of the match to go along with the 1 red. As Sirianni tried to delay the game, kicks the ball away. There's a high ball in towards the goal. Punched away by the keeper. Windsor City still trying to pressure. Trying to get around the edge. Referee steps out of the way. Yakupov has the left boot. Can't get a control on it. The left footer. He's got that strong left foot. But here comes Rankin, the new player in. Rankin goes down, but they play on. And that ball gets deflected away, but that's going to be a throw-in for Windsor City. And now more and more fans getting up on the rail here at the Acumen Stadium. Nepshi gives it off to Winnant. Sends it far side to the captain. Liberty chips it in. Sobrai's there. So's Yakupov. Yakupov can't handle it on the far side. That's going to be a goal kick. Sobrai and Yakupov unable to connect on the long pass. Again, that wind definitely a factor. "11 minutes of added time here in this championship match. Masters FA scored in the 51st minute, and if this result stays, they will be promoted to the Premier League." And now the goalie's down again. This is crazy. And the crowd booing Sirianni for the second or third time now. Cramping up. 11 minutes was the official time, but they're going to have to add more. And now there's another substitution coming out at midfield. 9 in, 11 out. So Rivero is out, and here comes Shrimpton in. It should be Shrimpton. Just trying to keep fresh bodies on for Masters FA, as they've been playing for about an hour down a man. Windsor City, if they can't get a goal, they're going to have to do it the hard way, going through Sudbury to earn their promotion. A goal here in the final 10 minutes or so will probably do that as well. A draw gets them that promotion and the league title. So it looks like the keeper is finally ready to go as he tries to get a little bit of water. And we'll see how much more time is going to be added on here. We've now played 3.5 minutes of added time, but most of that has been for the downed keeper. That ball floats away, and that's going to be sent towards Masters FA's way. They'll be at the throw-in. The ball boys trying to do their part to get the ball into the hands of the Masters players. That ball slips out of the hand, it looked like, of the throw-in. Windsor City is going to have to get out of trouble here. And Kamate, nice job by Soberai. As they step around, big collision, lots of players down, but Windsor City, there is a whistle. And a free kick for Windsor. Windsor City trying to move things upfield. Kamate, near side, Yakupov. Yakupov, the left boot towards the goal. Deflection! Kieran O'Connor's in the neighborhood, but the offside flag has been raised. A close play, but the offside flag raised. And Masters FA retains possession.
Windsor City FC substitution at a time.
Another substitution.
Number 14, Lyle Bancani.
So Bancani comes into the match for Windsor City, looking for some fresh legs, and Koulibaly is out. You can kind of see him look a little bit hobbled there. So looking for some fresh legs. Oh, a collision between two Windsor players. And that's going to be a throw-in, I believe, for Masters FA, and it is. We're now approaching about halfway through the added time. Nice throw in. Headed once by the FA player. As he goes down to the turf, nice little chip to Yakupov, and that's a hard slide tackle. But a quick throw in now coming from Soberai. Winner win it. Tries to find some space on the far side of the pitch, and he does. Omer. And now Nepshi. Remember, Masters FA playing down a man. Trying to get around the corner. That one's chipped away, and that's going to result in another corner kick. That's the 5th corner. So the fresh legs of Lyle Bancani coming into play here already. And now we're going to get the left boot of Yakupov trying to swing one in here from the far side. Yakupov wastes no time. Low liner, headed away once, and that's going to be another corner. And this time they're going, which side they going? And what are we waving in now? We want a trainer in again as someone's down on the far side as a Masters player. Another player cramping on the far side, it looks like. So yet another delay. So we're in delay here. We're at about 7 minutes of added time already played. They announced 11 minutes of added time, but that's going to have to be adjusted because we've had a few minutes of delays here while we've been in the added time. So I'd like to thank got over 200 people watching this one here today. So it's great to see you all on the broadcast. I'm Dan Dominguez. You're watching Knockstrom TV in this championship match as Windsor City needs to score a goal to draw this one even and earn themselves promotion. Here we go on the corner. Lots of jostling in front of the goal. Now the referee's going to have to step in to keep the players separated here. Here comes the corner. This is a high ball. Headed once away, but here's a spot for Omer. Omer tries to chip one in. Nepshi bounces one. Pinball. Oh, Soberai was on the doorstep, unable to get a hold of it. Quick throw in for Windsor City. Left boot towards the goal. Headed away nicely by Masters, and Masters just trying to clear it away, and the keeper's going to have to come well off his line. Dangerous play. Nice little step around from Cuevas. And Masters just trying to keep the ball away from Windsor City at this point. Near side, Liberty. Liberty just chips it up. Van Kiel tries to head it towards the box, but this one again sent away. So you see Cuevas coming well off his line to try and help out now as we're at about 9 minutes completed of added time. They announced 11. Another ball chipped up. Sobrai. Sobrai's tall, so he's trying to get a header in towards the goal. And that ball's going to be a throw-in for Windsor City. Bastiacali controls. Throw over to win it. But that's stolen away by Masters. And this is trouble. The captain coming down the pitch. One-on-one with the keeper. Stout one-on-one. Short side goal! Masters FA is going to come away with the league championship as they lead 2-0, and that's going to send this crowd home unhappy. The Windsor City players down on the Acumen Stadium turf, and that's pretty much all she wrote here in Windsor, Ontario, as Windsor City is going to have to try and advance the hard way.
Masters FA goal scored at added time.
And if Cambridge comes away with a win tonight, they can even tie Windsor City in points. And if goals is the tiebreaker, that might push Windsor City down to third place and out of a potential promotion match. So everyone rushing to the exits now, as now Cambridge United gets the result they needed and keeps them in the running for a potential promotion match against Sudbury. We'll have to get word. We're not sure here if it's going to be goal differential or wins. If it's wins and Cambridge comes away with the 3 points tonight, they will earn the promotion. So this crowd definitely disappointed here in Windsor, Ontario. Windsor just couldn't get the goals, and we saw that the second half of the season. Windsor came out with such a house of fire in the first half of 2026, and just as the season progressed, just seemed like they wore down a little bit. They weren't scoring his goals. Koulibaly slowed down a little bit and just wasn't the offensive force that they were beginning of the season. Plenty of clean sheets from Cuevas as they're still battling here in the final moments. But now we're almost 12 minutes played here of added time. They announced 11. There might be a couple extra here. So this could potentially even end Windsor City's season, as now the FA player is going to go down once more, and FA did a great job of that here today. Any chance they had of stalling, as Yakupov now earns himself a yellow. That's Windsor City's third yellow. But Masters FA down to 10 men, scored that goal back in the 51st minute, and any chance they had to take a minute or two off the clock, they did so. And then just scoring the dagger, the second goal in the 90th minute, as now players again being held back. As this one looks like it's just all but over. So it looks like Spencer even earned himself a yellow card earlier as well. So lost track of the yellows. Got to be up to 9 or 10 yellow cards here today. As Bastiacali now comes off the pitch, she's done for the day. I didn't get the substitution number. That looks like number 27, Halal, coming in for Windsor City. 13 and a half minutes of added time so far. And Windsor City just seems just demoralized here. Just a point away from promotion. And now they might not even be able to get that, depending on tiebreakers here in League 2. Foul called as another player goes down. Still some discussion between the referee and both teams here. There's a chip into the middle. Windsor City finally comes away. There's Halal. So Windsor City sits with 42 points, Cambridge with 39, so Cambridge can tie them in points with a 3-point win tonight. Near side. Omer controls. Tries to find space, tail the feet taken out of Kieran O'Connor. O'Connor slowly making his way back up to his feet. Again, looking at just the wins and the draws. The wins have Windsor 12 wins and 6 draws, so 42 points, with the 12-3-6 record in 2026. As a keeping track, I see you guys on the chat there, Jeremy and the gang. On the OPL app, they have them at 42. Windsor will remain at 42 points. And then we'll have to wait for the result tonight from Cambridge. There's a ball sent in. Soberized in the neighborhood. So's O'Connor now controls. O'Connor trying to get around. Left boot, unsuccessful. 16 minutes now have been played as the referee checks his watch. 16 minutes of added time. And there is the final whistle. Masters FA are the Ontario League 2 champions for 2026. Congratulations, they have earned promotion to the Premier League.
Masters FA2.